Hi everyone, my name is Lina Sharnaite, and today we're going to talk about Northumbria University and the top reasons why international students choose us. So I'm going to just wait for 1 minute or so, just so that people can join us, and then we're going to make a start. If you have any questions at all, you can put them in the Q&A section or in the chat, and I will answer them at the end. So we're going to talk about why Northumbria is a great choice for you, what you can study at Northumbria University. We're going to talk about scholarships and everything else. But if you have any questions at all now, just put them in the chat. Okay, so we're going to make a start. So my name is Lina Sharnaite. As you can tell from my accent and from my name, I'm not from England. I am from Lithuania. So just like you, I was thinking about moving to England for my studies, and I did. In 2013, I applied for a university in England, and I started my studies at management and marketing. And for me, it was one of the best decisions I've made in my life. So I'm really happy to be here to share some information with you to help you make that great decision for yourselves as well. So now my job at Northumbria University is to help students understand better of what we can offer and just help them to have a smooth experience of applying for a university. So I'm here to help you, and I've been through the same journey as you are going through. So if you have any questions to me, just put them in the Q&A or in the chat, and I will be more than happy to help. So today we're going to talk about Northumbria, as I said. So we're going to look at it in numbers, so rankings and how many students are here. Then we will look at what you can study here, and then the top 3 reasons why students choose us. And then the rest of the things are the frequently asked questions. So how many students from Spain we have at the university, what's happening with coronavirus, what are the entry requirements, and can I get a scholarship? So these are the things we will cover, and it should take around 40 minutes or so. So get comfortable and we'll begin. So we'll start with Northumbria in the numbers. So Northumbria University, it's quite a big university. We have over 31,000 students from 144 countries. So if you are worried that you're going to be the only person from abroad, don't be. You'll have over 6,000 other students who are going through the same thing, whose English is not the first language. So you're going to feel like you have people who are, in the same boat. We are a well-ranked university in the UK and worldwide. In the UK, we're number 30, and in the world, we actually are the best young UK university. Our focus is on employability and making sure that you have a great time while you're here. So if you're interested in starting a business, we can support you with that, and we are number 2nd in the UK for how successful our graduates' businesses are. And we're in the top 10 of the best student facilities as well. So that just shows that we invest into the university and making sure we have the best buildings, the best laboratories, the best equipment, software, and things like that. So this is about Northumbria really shortly, right? And we're going to go into detail in a little bit. So what can you study here? We have 4 academic faculties, so business and law, health and life science, art design and social science, and engineering and environment. So it's always easier for me to say what courses we don't offer because we offer so many. It's just a few that we don't. So we don't offer veterinary science, pharmacy, dentistry, and languages like Spanish, French, and German, and so on. But we offer everything else that you can think of. So if you want to, please let me know what course you are interested in, because that's going to make it easier for me to, tailor the presentation to you. So do we have anyone interested in business and law? If you want, you can use the chat. And if there's any other programs you're interested in, just let me know. While you're typing, if you're typing, I will talk about this department. So business and law is one of our biggest departments, biggest faculties in the university. So we have all the business courses here, all the law courses, so also finance and accounting and economics and so on. So just like in all the others, the departments in at Northumbria, this faculty really focuses on employability and making sure you have practical experience. So, for example, if you're a law student, you would have an opportunity to practice in our student law office. So this operates exactly like a real law firm. So you would have real businesses that would come in and have some kind of problems, and you would help them solve them with the supervision of an academic. So you have that opportunity to get practical experience while you're still a student, which can be very difficult if you're studying law. And it's the same with business. So we have a business clinic, so you can become a business consultant during your studies. And with the help of academics, you can help businesses get better. So I see there's a question if we have a psychology program. Yes, we do. We will. I will talk about it next. So thanks you, Sarah. Okay, so yeah, so this is business and law department. So very a lot of practical experience, and also we have a great accreditation from AACSB. This is, you probably don't know what it is, but it's just a stamp of quality from professional body that looks at the quality of our courses, of at the course structure and on other things. And it's very difficult to get this accreditation, but we have it, and this means that we are within the best business schools in Europe. So these are some pictures of the department. So the first two are our business school. So you can see how it looks like from the inside and from the outside. We have a Bloomberg suite for our accountancy and economics students. So that's the picture at the bottom. Sorry. And the first two pictures at the top right are our courtroom that we have on campus. So this is a real courtroom in the building of our law and business school. So this is where people can get that practical experience, get used to that environment, and it's very special. Okay, so the next is health and life sciences department. So this is where you would have the psychology program, all your sciences, nursing, sport sciences, chemistry, biology, and other such. So I will talk a bit more about the psychology, because I see there's a person interested in this. So our psychology program is 3 years long, but you can do an exchange program as well for a year. And it's very special and very popular program because you have the opportunity to choose the modules that you study. So, for example, you have opportunities to study clinical psychology, so all about people's relationships, people's mental health. You also have an opportunity to choose modules in forensic psychology, also health psychology, so how to help people lose weight or stop smoking. Also about occupational psychology, so how to help people feel more motivated. So sports psychology, lots of different routes. And so it's very exciting for students, and it helps them to see what kind of opportunities they can have after they graduate. For some other courses, again, there's lots of facilities that are really special. So if you're interested in forensic science, for example, we have a crime scene house. So that's a simulated crime scene house. So you would walk in and it looks like a normal house that just been burglared, or someone may have been, you know, assaulted there. And you can come in wearing the protective gear and collect the evidence, blood samples, and then go and analyze them in our blood lab. So we have those kinds of facilities on campus. And for psychology, we have eye tracking lab. So someone would wear special glasses and they would sit in front of a screen, and you could see where they're looking. So you can see what attracts their attention first, and We also have a sleep lab, so that's used by psychology students. So it's a 2-bedroom house where volunteers sleep, and we can analyze their sleeping patterns or some kind of sleep difficulties, maybe insomnia that they have. So again, it's very practical, very true to life course. And these are some photos from this department. So you can see some nursing and physiotherapy students working. And then the bottom photo is from our sports science student. So they would, put a breathing mask on top of a person that's exercising. They can analyze how to improve their performance. So lots of exciting things that you can do while you're here. Next is art, design, and social sciences. So this is all the creative courses. So we have all the design, so fashion, interior, industry, design. We also have history, education, criminology, and also English language and literature. So this is a really well-ranked department. We are number 10 for design and publishing, PR, journalism, and we have really strong partnerships with great businesses. So businesses like Abercrombie and Fitch, Nike, Samsung. Our students from a few years ago, they worked with Zara and they worked with End, so clothing stores. If you're studying design, you also get the chance to showcase your final work in a London fashion show, graduates fashion show. I see there's a question, how long is the journalism program? So thank you for the question. So journalism program is the same length as other programs. It's 3 years long. So 3 years long, but you have an opportunity to add one more year, and that year can be spent either on exchange program, so studying abroad, or placement. And the placement is work experience, so you're working in a real company, getting practical experience during your degree. So it's 4 years if you want to do those extra opportunities, or if not, then it's 3 years. And talking about journalism, we have a green screen room, as you can see, and we have a real news studio room on campus again, so you can practice being behind the scenes on like news room, or on, in front of the camera as well. So lots of great facilities. And this department has really great alumni. So we have Sir Jonathan Ive. So that's the person that used to be chief design officer at Apple. So he's responsible for designing Mac. And we also have Neil Marshall, who studied at Northumbria. He studied film and TV production, and he directed some of the episodes of Games of Thrones, and not the final season, which wasn't as good in many people's opinion, but some of the early episodes. So some really great talent in this department. And if you're interested in design, you can just look at these photos. Our design courses have their own Instagram accounts. So if you want, you can follow them and see what it's like to study at one of these courses. So you can see fashion design and marketing and fashion degree here. And then we also have Instagram accounts for our fashion communication course, for our fine art course, and our graphic design as well. So if you want to follow them, you can do that and see what it's like to study that program. Okay, so the third department is engineering and environment. So this is all about building and structures, and also sciences. So architecture, mechanical, civil, electrical engineering, computer sciences, physics. This department received a lot of investment lately. So we opened brand new architecture building, brand new computer science studios, and we invested £7 million in updating the engineering and sciences labs. So it's a really strong department. You can see some of the rankings on the screen, and all of the programs are accredited. So it's going to be easier for you to get a job afterwards in the UK or abroad. These are some of the photos from the department. So the first photo is our 3D printers. So these are used by engineering and architecture students. The second photo is architecture studios as well. and then some photos from our engineering and science department students as well. Okay, yeah, sorry. So that was these were all of the departments. So if you have any questions about the programs, let me know. If not, we'll go further. So, top 3 reasons why you should choose Northumbria, because I know it's very difficult to choose the right university because there's so many. If you're thinking about England alone, there's hundreds of universities, but also if you're considering other countries, like how do you choose? So I thought I'll give you 3 main reasons why our international students choose us, because in my job I talk to a lot of students, so I get to know their reasons, and hopefully this is going to help you. So the 3 main reasons are location, employability, and great student experience. And I can see someone says they would like to know about the prices. So I will talk about that in the scholarship section. So at the end, so don't worry, I'll cover it. So location. So Northumbria is famous for being in a really great city for students, which is called Newcastle upon Tyne. So it's in the northeast of England, where you can see the little airplane. So we do have an airport in the city, which makes it very accessible from abroad. You can also easily travel to London in 3 hours, or to Scotland in an hour and a half. So very great location. It's often voted one of the best student cities in the UK. So it does attract a lot of students. Every sixth person that you meet in Newcastle is a student. So lots of young and vibrant energy. We're one of the safest cities in the UK, but also one of the most fun. So we're number 1 for nightlife. So lots of parties are happening here. We also have lots of nice castles and beaches around. This is my favorite part about Newcastle, so that we have a beautiful beach that's only half an hour drive away from campus, and you can see this in the picture. And probably one of the most important things is that we are one of the most affordable cities in the UK. So it means that you will spend a lot less money here than you would in other cities. So that's very important for a lot of students, and that's one of the reasons why we get so many students here. Some other things include we have a Chinatown, and we host the biggest half marathon in the UK, sorry, in the world. The biggest half marathon in the world happens in the UK, in Newcastle, every year. So it's a great city for people that like sports as well, of course. And the second reason why students choose us is because of the employability and because of how important it is in our programs. So I spoke about this already, but we do have a really great support for students who would like to start their own businesses. And if you would like to go on a placement, as I said, so like a work experience during your studies, you can see some of the logos of where our students went. So some of the company logos. So I'm sure you're going to recognize the few. So L'Oreal is there, IBM, Nissan, Microsoft. So lots of great companies recruit our students. And you can see some more statistics here on the screen about our employability. So the prospects after you study here are really, really bright. And how we achieve this employability is by giving students a lot of practical experience, by working with real companies. So, for example, if you want to study psychology, you might have an opportunity to work with the local charity that works with disabled people or kids, and you have that opportunity to work with the community and see what it's like to be in that profession after you graduate. uh, the same with all the other courses. And our courses, as I said, are accredited, so it means again that it's approved, and the quality is of highest standard. We have great facilities, and we also have a careers department, so that students who come from other countries or from other cities from the UK, they have all the tools to get a job during their degree and after their degree. So for example, you come to Northumbria in your first year, and straight away you can start attending CV workshops or interview workshops. So, or you can arrange a one-to-one meeting with a careers advisor that can help you figure out which modules to choose in your degree or what you need to do to get a job like this or that after you graduate. So having this careers department is very, very great, and it's very useful for the students. And yes, and I spoke about placement opportunities and study abroad. So most of our courses offer an opportunity to do an exchange program or a placement. And I will talk a little bit more about those here. So you can see some locations of where our students done their placements in Europe and outside Europe. So again, placement is an opportunity to get practical experience. So you would be working in a real company, you would get a lot of training, and this is a great chance to get that experience that maybe some other students wouldn't have. So you can see a lot of people go to Madrid to do their placements, or even America, but you can do it in the UK as well. So we support students to do this. And in terms of exchange programs, you can see all of these dots on the map. These are the locations where you can go for your exchange. So there's 160 different universities around the UK, around the world, that we have partnerships with. And it means that you can go to any one of them for your exchange program. So these numbers are from a few years ago. So United States, Australia are very popular because people speak English there, but you can see some other countries as well on the list. So you could go really anywhere you want. So that's very exciting. And of course, it helps you with your employability as well, because employers want students who have that international experience, who have the confidence to go and study in Japan, or somewhere where they don't speak the language, and all the other things. Okay, so we spoke about location, employability, and the third reason is the great student experience that you have here. So you come here to live for at least 3 years. So it's important that you're happy and you have a good time and you live somewhere that is of good quality, right? So accommodation is very important. So we guarantee accommodation for all first year students. So there's no chance you're not going to get accommodation. It's guaranteed. All the accommodation is within walking distance from campus. So you can see the map here on the screen. So the blue area shows the campus, and the numbers show where the accommodation options are. So you can see that they're all really close to the campus, and the prices start from £70 per week. I'm so sorry, there's a mistake. It's not per month, it's per week. But it's still significantly lower than you could see in some other parts of England. And when you choose your accommodation, you also get to choose your room. So you see the floor map of the building, you choose your room, and then you see who else is living in the same flat with you. So you have an opportunity then they put you all in the Facebook group, and you get to meet them digitally before you move here. So I think it's really nice that you do that. Okay, and of course, a very important part of studying in the UK is those extracurriculum activities, and they really add to your student experience. So at Northumbria, we have a Freshers Week that happens every year before your studies, and you can join many societies, sports clubs during that week. There's lots of parties, volunteering opportunities, trips, and it's a really great chance to meet other people who are maybe interested in the same things that you are, to make friends and settle in. So in terms of societies, we have so many different ones that you can join, and you can see them here on the screen. So architecture, climbing, dog walking society, we have kayaking society, meme society. If you're interested in journalism, as I see one of you is, you can join Northumbria Life magazine or radio station. So it's a chance to practice, those journalism skills before you graduate. There's running, photography, surf society, and so many different ones. So you join this group and you make friends and have a similar hobby together. So it's good to have these opportunities. And we have lots of sports clubs for those of you that are sporty. So you can see all of them here. So football, of course, dodgeball, cheerleading, boxing, karate, volleyball, so many different ones. And of course, there's student support and well-being team. So in case you need anything at all, any help with, maybe you feel a bit homesick, or maybe you feel that you need help with your degree, with your course, or just anything that you're struggling with, this team is here to help you with. And I think that's very important to know, especially in these challenging times. Okay, so now we've finished talking about the university. We're going to talk about the main questions I get asked. So, how many Spanish students do we have? So, as you can see, we consistently have around like over 70 students per year. So it is a popular choice amongst Spanish students, and the number has been, dipped a little bit, but it's been growing afterwards, from 2019 onwards. So we do get a lot of people from Spain. So if you ever miss home, you'll have someone to talk to in your local language. Next is COVID. So I know this is something that we all are, thinking about, and how the courses are going to look like in September and so on. So I'm sorry, there's so much information on the slide, but it is it includes everything we're doing to make you feel safe. So there's a lot of information. So we are planning to teach face to face from September if it's possible. So it will depend on government guidelines. We offer free testing to everyone that comes, to study on campus, and our staff, so our lecturers, get tested twice a week, every week, if they are on campus. We do check-in calls for students that are self-isolating, so we want to make sure they're, happy and good. We also, of course, have social distancing and one-way systems, so physical changes on campus. Every student that starts studying here gets two face coverings and hand sanitizer as well, and we can do food deliveries and other types of deliveries to students, if it's needed. And I just wanted to include this because I think it's very positive to see that half of the UK's population already had vaccines. So this is the figure from today. So 50% of all the population in England already had the vaccine, um, the first dose, and almost 17% had the second dose as well. So, and you can see here the picture how it compares to other countries. So the UK is the quickest, and most of the population is vaccinated out of all Europe. So hopefully this makes you feel a bit reassured that the situation is being handled, and it's been confirmed that international students that will come to UK will be able to access the vaccine as well, um, when it's available to their age group. So hopefully this is comforting. And if you want to know more about the COVID and Northumbria, if you wish, you can go to this website here on the screen. Okay, so now the entry requirements. So if you wanted to study here, what we would ask you to show us. So we ask you for three things. The first is so the overall academic achievement. So we will ask you to have 7 in your título de bachiller, and then we will look at your English. So we ask you to have IELTS, so 6.0 with no lower score than 5.5 in each component. We also accept lots of equivalents, so IB, Cambridge tests, TOEFL, Pearson. We also accept the online IELTS test now as well. And then if you're interested in a creative degree like design or fashion, animation, you know, creative degrees, you will be also asked to provide a portfolio. So this is the example of your work. So if you scan the second QR code, you will see all the information about each program and what you need to include in those programs' portfolio. And that's it. So overall achievement, the English language, and if you're applying for a creative degree, the portfolio. But if not, then you only need those two things. Okay, and now we're going to talk about the prices, the most important thing for the end. So if you do have any questions, because this is my last slide, put them in the Q&A or in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer. So the prices. So as you know, because of Brexit, it's studying in the UK, the prices has have been increased, right? But at Northumbria, as you can see, we accept so many international European students. We didn't want them to feel like they can't afford to study here anymore. So we're really happy to be able to offer this scholarship. So this scholarship is a tuition fee discount scholarship. So it's almost £7,000 discount. So now your tuition fees are only £9,250 per year. So this is exactly the same amount as it was before Brexit. So we're really happy to be able to offer this, and this applies to all EU students who will apply for a full-time undergraduate, foundation, or postgraduate degree in Newcastle starting September 2021. And this is for the whole degree. Sorry, so not just first year, but also the second and the third. And it's applied automatically, so you don't need to submit any applications. We will see if you're eligible when you apply, and if you are, you will get the discount. So hopefully this makes it more affordable, and knowing that Newcastle is very cheap, affordable city as well, I think this is helps further as well. Okay, and that's it. So this was the introduction to Northumbria University, the three main reasons why students choose us, and some practical information about entry requirements, scholarships, COVID, and other such. So hopefully this was useful, and hopefully this makes it easier for you to understand why it could be a good choice for you or not. But if you have any other questions, let me know in the chat or the Q&A. You can also schedule a meeting with me until 9th of May using this this fair. So I'd be more than happy to discuss further with you anything you want. If you are interested in one or the other program, I can help you understand what you will be learning in that course, or what you need to include in your personal statement or portfolio or anything like that. If you'd like to email me after the fair, feel free to do that. I'd be more than happy to help you. So my email address is on the screen. So I will just wait for a little bit to see if you guys have any questions at all. And thank you so much for being here with me on a Saturday night. It's late for you, and I know you might be, you might be able to do some other exciting things. So thank you for choosing to, to talk about your future. And I'm very excited that you still have that university experience ahead of you, because they're really great years that you're gonna really enjoy. Okay, so I see there's no questions at the moment, so I will just quickly show you a quick video about Northumbria so that you can, have a better feel of the city. And if you don't have any more questions, as I said, feel free to schedule a meeting with me later, or email me, or just enjoy your evening. So I will play this video, and thank you for your time. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a better, visual of what it is like to be here at Newcastle and study at Northumbria University and what the city is like. So I see there are no questions, so I'm assuming that everything was clear to you. And as I said, if you have any questions afterwards, email me or schedule a meeting with me during the next few weeks. So if not, then thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great evening and enjoy the rest of the fair tomorrow.